Good morning. I'm joined by Neil McDonald, the Managing Director of Gold Hydrogen, here with me at the Noosa Mining Conference. Neil, it's a pleasure to have you here. And I'd like to just ask you a few questions if I could.
Thank you, Max. Good morning, and it's a pleasure to be at Noosa. And big thank you to Morgans for sponsoring this great event. Make it work every year for the last 10 or 12 years.
Lisa, yeah,
It's fantastic. I think this is my 7th.
Excellent.
Yeah,
You're a veteran now.
I feel like it too.
Fantastic. Well, Neil, can I just zooming in on gold hydrogen? Can I ask you? We've heard so much about hydrogen recently. Lots about green, lots about blue. But maybe people are just starting to find out a little bit about gold or white hydrogen. Can you just describe what the differences are? What's it all about? What does your company do?
Yeah, look, good question, Max. And people are starting to learn more about what gold hydrogen is and what white hydrogen is and natural hydrogen. So green hydrogen, most people should be aware that it's a process where it's man-made and you've got to mine the materials, then make the solar panels, put the solar or wind farms out there. But it's a big cost and it's a very big process of man-made. Blue is when you use a natural gas. Some people like to call it a fossil fuel, but you're using energy to make energy. Natural hydrogen and gold hydrogen, which is now getting termed in Australia, is a naturally occurring in the ground. It's made by Earth. It's Mother Nature, and it's a process where the right geological rocks are there, and the gas is naturally accumulating in the ground, and it's up to 90% purity in some places. And looking forward to exploring it more.
Oh, fantastic! So, you mentioned that people are starting to kind of learn a little bit more about it. I noticed there was an article in the Fin Review, and there was another article in Science actually breaking down the differences. Can you just maybe give us a little bit more context around the cost differences? As you said, there's quite a bit involved with producing green hydrogen or blue hydrogen. How does that stack up to what you're trying to do with your project?
So I guess those articles are quite interesting because they said, first of all, natural hydrogen out of the ground, and gold hydrogen, white hydrogen, as they call it in that article, anything above 10% purity of that gas is commercially viable, and our project is up to 90% pure hydrogen. So that's one thing. But then what happens is all the data worldwide, independent assumptions, is that man-made hydrogen, green and blue, is going to be a minimum of $4 a kilogram to produce before transportation. Mali in Africa is already producing natural hydrogen, and based on their analogy and based on independent experts around the world and what our project can be, everybody's forecasting that it would be $1 a kilogram or less before transportation. So it's a really huge differential between what this could cost.
Right. Okay. That sounds like a pretty impressive cost advantage you guys will have. So, what's involved for your project? I understand it's located in South Australia, on the Yorke Peninsula, mostly around some wells that were drilled some time ago, but they did show there were some indications of pretty high purity hydrogen there.
Correct. So in the 1930s, the chief geologist for South Australia their exploration team went and drilled on Yorke Peninsula in South Australia and Kangaroo Island. They drilled 3 wells looking for oil and gas, looking probably for the next Cooper Basin. 3 out of 3 times they failed because they found up to 90% pure hydrogen. So they had a really good success rate, but just not for the commodity they were looking for. And there was no market for hydrogen back then. So a bit like lithium in WA, Max, when they were looking for iron ore and gold, they found huge lithium deposits. And now there's a huge market for that as well. And we think we're at the right time for hydrogen. It's a politically and environmentally enormous investment worldwide. And I think we're at the right place now to maximise this opportunity.
It sounds very exciting. So the next steps for you guys, I believe you're going to drill a well, I think later this year, expecting maybe hopefully some positive flow results next year.
Yes. So our approvals are in place. They'll be approved, environmentally approvals by September. Land access we've got in place. We've signed up Savannah, a large Canadian recognised international drilling company. Schlumberger, now known as SLB, have been with us from the start. They're doing everything. And we're aiming to drill October 10. And we're on schedule and under budget. And we're looking to twin the existing well that was drilled. And we'll replicate that data. And then we'll probably, at our election, we're probably going to try to do a second well, not so long after. And, we're confident that we'll find hydrogen and test it and keep progressing it along while we're going.
Well, that sounds very exciting, Neil. We look forward to the results of those wells. Thank you for your time and enjoy the conference.
Thanks, Max, and thanks to Morgans again.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.